Hi, this is Ramela Banerjee, and joining me today is Sheikh Naseem, Chairman and Managing Director at Shera Energy Ltd. Many thanks for joining us. Since listing, you have delivered fantastic returns to your shareholders. Before we talk about operations, I would like to talk about your journey. Where did it all begin, and how did you come about being a part of Shera Energy?
I greet all my friends. I started my journey in 2003. After doing my engineering, I ventured into a transformer making company. Then I started making my own winding wires. And from there, I started making my own winding wires and then pushed this material to all other transformer making companies where the material was accepted and it was appreciated by our customers because of the quality. And we started our journey from there. Our major operations for winding wire started since 2006, and then gradually it went on to recycling of non-ferrous metal and further going for forward integration, making tubes, bus bars, and different wires and alloys of copper, aluminum, and brasses. So we have in our group two more subsidiaries, and that is Rajputana Industries Limited and Shera Metal Private Limited. One is a forward integration and one is a backward integration. So this is the way we have started our journey, and we are selling good.
Okay, could you tell us about your product profile and the key industries you cater to?
In Shera Energy, we deal with all major winding wire components, either for aluminum, copper, and we do the winding strips suitable for transformers, motors, and various electrical appliances. Then we do our brasses for hardware applications, for valve industries, for jerry industries, for zipper industry, and bullet shells. And we do copper tubes and brass tubes for heat exchangers, for electrical furnaces, arc furnaces, transformers, and we do variety of bus bars for switchgear and panel industries.
Could you share synergies between the two, like your subsidiary Rajputana and Shera Energy?
Madam, it was a subsidiary that was incorporated in back in 2011 around, and it started its operation in 2016-17. And there we melt all kind of non-ferrous metals, including copper, aluminum, and brasses, where we our raw material is majorly scraps, where we refine them, recycle them, and produce different kind of alloys as per customer need. And we expertise in metallurgical divisions, and we excel into quality, and we match all the major requirements of uh, chemical composition and then mechanical properties and other physical properties that is required for different kind of alloys for different manufacturers.
And you have gone global, bagged your first export order from Africa, Zambia. Congratulations on your milestone. What is your vision for the company's export business?
That is the first global order for Africa.
Yes.
We are already present into Middle East. All Arabian countries are our customers. We are supplying to Malaysia. We are supplying to USA. And we have recently ventured into the US market as well. And African, we are, since we have opened one more subsidiary into the country that is called Zambia, where we have started our procuring of raw material, and as well as we are finding orders to supply the electrical cables and conductors from here. And soon we will be doing a lot of exports, mainly focusing to the African countries requirement.
Okay, can you please tell us if you get any government benefits for being in the metal or scrap recycling business?
As of now, there is no major incentives from the government of India to be in a metal recycling, but soon I feel that the government will be focusing more into the metal recycling part, because that is the need of time. You need to develop a good recycling processes to handle the scrap generated pan India, and a huge replacement business is coming up. You are changing your appliances, home appliances, every 2 to 3 years. So a lot of scraps you are producing, and these are not being recycled in a proper way. So this type of incentive is going to come up very soon into Indian market, and I can foresee a great business for the recycling industry in non-ferrous metals in India as well.
Could you also share any challenges you foresee that could potentially hamper operations?
As of now, I don't feel major challenges. The only challenge that to be a responsible and entrepreneur, you have to be very careful about the environmental policies, whatever emissions that you are doing it in a proper way, and emissions or there should be no pilferage of acidic waste to our environment, and for that we are taking all special cares, and we are very responsible to handle the pollution things that we do in our company. Since scrap recycling is definitely comes under a orange category. So the focus of the company is to minimize the gases emissions, minimize the waste, and to whenever we do our acidic operations, we have to neutralize it before we discard it to uh, the waste.
Okay, we understand your key raw material is copper. There are supply disruptions due to various reasons, which then hamper prices also. Does that affect your margins in a large way?
No, madam, the margins of our business is not affected by any price changes globally or any supply changes globally. The margins are basically backed on a back-to-back purchase system. Whatever we sell, we have to buy at par. So our margins remains intact and margins are constant, irrespective of the global changes or the global scenarios.
With metals or any commodity kind of business, a big chunk of your profit actually comes from volumes. Could you tell us what is your current capacity and what percentage you're operating at? Any plans to ramp that up?
Presently, our group capacity is roughly 35,000 tons, but recently we have added some more capacities, but increasing our capacity up to 38 to 39,000 tons a year. And presently, we were on last year, we did around 65% of our utilization. This year, with a growth of 30%, I expect our utilization to grow beyond 75 in the range of 80%. And taking that point well noted, and we have already started doing our expansion projects. We are installing the new machines to cater the additional requirement that the company is having.
The last quarter saw you crossing 100 crore revenue milestone. Congratulations again. What revenue targets are you looking at for the next 3 to 5 years, and what will drive that?
When we opened ourselves to the public equity, and our first IPO was in 23. So that time we were doing top levels, so in the range of roughly 520 to 550 crores. Last year we did 875 crores approximately. And this year our target is further grow our business and get a substantial increase by minimum 35 to 40% on our top lines.
All right, time to wrap up this conversation. Many thanks for joining.